Good morning, everyone. Now, the therapy group of Tucson helps children and adults communicate effectively.
And to find out how, we turn to speech pathologist Kyle Meads. Kyle, thank you so much for being here.
Good morning, everyone.
So let's talk about therapy group of Tucson and the services that you guys provide.
Hey, we're speech pathologists here in Tucson, and we provide speech therapy and occupational therapy services to kids and adults in Tucson.
Well, that was a perfect way to kind of sum it all up into a nutshell for us. So kind of tell me about the staff and who actually does everything for the clients or the patients.
Yeah, we have two companies. We have a home health company. We also have a brick and mortar business, an outpatient clinic across from TMC Hospital. We see about 1,500 children and adults every month, and we have about 28 speech pathologists and occupational therapists who serve our community.
So I know you mentioned different locations. Now, what if somebody isn't able to actually get to one of your locations? Do you ever offer at-home services?
We do. We have certain clients. We have a contract with the state of Arizona, and so some of our kids who have severe disabilities, we go in the home setting.
Wow. Now, I know we're talking about, the different services and your staffs, but can we kind of break down maybe the types of people that you would help? Like, what would they want to come to you to get therapy for?
Absolutely. We get a lot of referrals from pediatricians' offices in town. We see young kids as early as 16, 18 months of age, all the way through adults and geriatric patients. The typical kid that we see probably would be, hey, I've got a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old. I can't understand them. They're not speaking clearly. They're not forming their words correctly. Can you please help me? And we get that referral, and then we'll give you a call and get you scheduled.
That's incredible. Well, Tina, you don't know this, but when I was a kid, I actually had a horrible lisp. And so I did treatment like this, and here I am now on TV and on stage, and it's really miraculous work that you are doing. So maybe kind of talk about some of the disorders that you do work with.
We work with typical articulation therapy. We work with language disorders, which means trouble forming words. We work with people who stutter. We work with people who have voice disorders, maybe a hoarse voice, raspy voice. We work with people who have dysphagia or trouble swallowing their foods and fluids. We work with multiple disorders like autism, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome. We take most insurances, so a lot of our costs are covered by insurances, and so we see all the kids with access. So we see a lot of kids and we see a lot of disorders, and all of our therapists are specially trained to deal with certain populations. We also have bilingual therapists as well.
I think that is so great. I love that you're telling us about everything that you kind of take care of, because that really ran the gamut of what you guys can handle. And like you said, you have such a wonderful staff that can kind of handle any situation. I know in our career path, I know a lot of people I've been friends with that maybe had accents that they wanted to kind of alter, or different things. There's so many different reasons why somebody would need your services. So if someone isn't sure if this is something that could help them, is the best thing to give you a call and kind of go from there?
Yeah, absolutely. We take self-referrals. You can call our clinic. We can get you worked in. Our wait time right now is about 2 to 3 weeks for an evaluation.
Okay.
And or you can just speak to your pediatrician or your doctor's office, and they know what to do. They know us well in the community, so they'll fax us that referral. Then we'll give the family a call and get them scheduled as soon as possible. But if you're out there and you're wondering, does my child have a speech problem? I'm having trouble understanding my child, or they're not forming their words correctly. Definitely give us a call, because when I first started back in the 90s, we used to see, many 8, 9, and 10-year-olds. These days, we're seeing, 2 and 3-year-olds. You want to get this done early, because we can fix that problem. The longer you wait, it's not going to cure itself. Come see us. We can help you.
Well, I think it's incredible, too, that I'm so glad you're on, because when I think of speech pathology, I do think of only voice, and now we're talking about dialects, and you're even talking about swallowing difficulty and things like that. So there's so many things that you guys do. I know I heard you mention access, but as far as insurance goes, what kind of insurance do you take?
We take all the private payers, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, TRICARE. We see a lot of kids from the base, TRICARE, Blue Cross, Aetna. We see all the commercial payers, and our rates are very affordable. If it's not covered by insurance, we can take care of you. It's very affordable. Please call us.
And when we were talking about the evaluation, would we come in if we needed to do that? Where are you guys located?
We're located right across the street from TMC Hospital. The evaluation takes about an hour. We'll mail you all the paperwork.
Okay.
You can get it done ahead of time. You come in, we keep really good time. You won't have to wait. We'll get it done for you.
Well, I think that's incredible. I mean, obviously some amazing training goes into what you do. Is there any kind of situation or story that you have that really, touched you, a kid that you helped or anything like that?
Yeah, we saw a kid recently who had a cleft palate. They had a very small hole in the back of their palate, and the kid wasn't talking, and we picked it up. And the kid went to surgery, got the cleft palate repaired, and now the mom said, "Can you give us some tape? We can't shut him up." That's what we want to hear.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I think this is great. And I love, you said you guys work with insurances, you work with access, you work with children as young. And, I think that this is a great opportunity for somebody that maybe is out there listening right now. And you're right, somebody that has a child that's maybe 2 or 3, they're not sure, is what is happening normal because they're 2 and they're 3? Or is it something where we need to have somebody step in and maybe make sure this doesn't turn out to be a long-term situation? So the best thing to do, of course, is to give you guys a call, and you'll be able to determine if we need that. So that's exactly why you've come on today. So I think that is great. Thank you so much for coming.
You're very welcome. Thank you guys for having me.
This was very interesting today. Now, to learn more about Therapy Group of Tucson, you can give them a call. They're at 232-2021 or log on to supportvoice.com.